You're in back-to-back meetings, constantly on screen, and you have no time to think or actually get anything done. And if that's true for you, I'm telling you it's true for your team too. So in this fourth video of the Leading Effective Meetings series, I'm going to share a simple framework we use at Rooted for Success to make your meetings flow, where energy builds instead of burns out. And most importantly, where every discussion will move towards action and clarity. It's what I call our discussion flow sequence. And you can take all of your topics through 4 steps. And that's open, explore, decide, and commit. So let's break it down. First, open. The whole point of opening is to start by creating readiness. You can do this by grounding the room in purpose, sharing the context, or celebrating a quick win. The goal, though, is to help everybody land like before you launch, right? Because we all know we're full of energy here. Next, explore. So give space for curiosity and debate before jumping into solutions. Even if you think you already have the solution, right? Just continue. Make sure you're asking good questions. All leaders are asking good questions, right? We ask good questions and we listen. So you can ask things like, what's underneath the issue? Or what are we not seeing? Really try to get in there to find out what really the best solution will be or what the decision needs to be. This is where you're going to get insight and a lot of buy-in from the team. Then we move to decide. So we're taking our ideas to action. So you can ask things like, what decision are we making right now? But make sure that you're very specific and within scope so people leave knowing exactly what's being agreed to. And last and finally is commit. So you have to end by capturing ownership. This is critical. You need to ask things like who's doing what and by when, or what will look different now that we're leaving. These are the things that are really going to help the accountability stick. And remember too, this framework, this applies to the challenges inside the meeting. So this is about structuring the flow. It's also important though to structure the order of the topics, and I touched on that in the other video, which is linked. But depending on the group and whether it's a new team or like a really seasoned, primed one that you know very well, you'll want to adjust the order in which you tackle the topics based on how challenging they are. The core of this is, the core thing I talk about all the time with meetings is when you are designing them, you're making them more effective. And in this case, when you're thinking about energy and not always urgency, your team is going to leave focused and ready to act. And this works for almost every meeting where thinking, decisions, or ownership matters. But really, if you're running a status update or reacting to a crisis, you're not going to need all 4 steps, just the parts that create clarity. So keep that in mind. The key really here is to match the structure to the purpose, which is why this was the first video of the, leading effective meetings. And I know that you're already doing that, right? You're naming your purpose. I know you are. Okay, that's it. So type in the comments below the next meeting you want to practice the discussion flow sequence in, and I'll send you the Rooted for Success meeting reset framework with simple cues to plan the order of your discussion. So that way your meetings are full of energy and it's holding focus and you're having really successful, effective meetings. Now, if you haven't seen the full video, which I already referenced here, it's 5 strategies for effective meetings. There's also 3 parts of this series that I recorded before this. I have linked them all in the description. And as always, if you love this content, like this content, or just, want to keep seeing it, please do click subscribe for weekly insights to help you reclaim time and build teams that excel.